From predicting mind-blowing tech to foreseeing shocking political twists, The Simpsons has proven its ability to occasionally see into the future. And while the show wasn't always specific about these events happening in 2024, some of its predictions have been way too close for comfort. One particular scene from the season 27 premiere Every Man's Dream may seem like a throwaway, but it somehow foresaw two head-to-head competitors in the 2024 NCAA men's basketball tournament, and the exact date on which they faced off. In one of Homer's dream sequences, it is March 31st, and Marge is rattling off a list of accomplishments her husband pulled off during a month of sobriety. Among them,
and impeccable behavior watching the NCAA basketball tournament.
After the Duke Blue Devils and the North Carolina State Wolfpack squared off in an Elite Eight game on March 31, 2024, it didn't take much time for fans on X, formerly known as Twitter, to point out how The Simpsons predicted both the matchup and the date. Sure, it might not have been the big championship game, but Homer's wishy-washy support for the two ACC teams in that season 27 dream sequence was an uncanny hint of things to come. In the season 3 finale, Brother Can You Spare Two Dimes, Homer's half-brother Herb Powell shows up at his doorstep asking that Homer lend him $2,000 so he can develop a baby translator.
Are you hungry? Are you cold? Do you want to go home?
Lady, you just gave me the idea of a lifetime.
Reluctantly, Homer loans Herb the cash, and by the end of the episode, the baby translator is a huge hit, allowing Herb to get his life back on track. When the episode first aired in 1992, a machine that could accurately translate baby talk into everyday speech seemed rather far-fetched. But thanks to artificial intelligence and a layered form of deep learning technology, such a contraption now exists, and it's called the Maxi-Cosi C-Pro. Zoom Dream, the company behind this new baby monitor, unveiled the machine at CES 2024 and released it in North America just a few days later. While it's hard to tell whether the Maxi-Cosi C-Pro is as accurate as Herb Powell's baby translator, it's definitely spiffier looking. The season 23 episode, Them Robots, highlights one of the present-day gripes people have with automated technology. It has the potential to cost people their jobs.
Well, surely no robot can replace me. Oh.
The episode starts with Mr. Burns attempting to save money and operational costs by firing everyone except Homer at the Springfield nuclear power plant and replacing the human workers with robots. Homer tries to make the artificial intelligence-driven machines more self-aware, teaching them how to play baseball and how to react to situations like humans do. But when this somehow results in the robots preventing Homer from drinking beer, all hell breaks loose in Springfield. In the end, it's the former nuclear plant employees who stop the robots from taking over the city, thus forcing Mr. Burns to rehire them as temps. The world has yet to see something remotely close to a robot takeover, but the mere fact that Mr. Burns replaced almost everyone with machines, it's a lot closer to home these days than it did when Them Robot first aired in 2012. Statistics reported by Fortune show that close to 5,000 US employees lost their jobs to AI between May 2023 and February 2024, and that's just a modest estimate. Scarier yet, various industries could be disrupted going forward by the rise of such technology, and that could mean even more AI-related layoffs in the years to come. When The Simpsons aired the 2015 short Trumptastic Voyage, it had been 15 years since the show gave viewers the ultimate example of a joke predicting the future. That, of course, was the bit from the season 11 episode Bart to the Future that mentions President Lisa Simpson inheriting the budget crisis caused by her predecessor, a certain real estate magnate named Donald Trump.
As you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump. How bad is it, Secretary Van Houten?
We're broke.
As for the newer short, it shows Homer standing right behind Trump while riding an escalator, then touching the then-Republican presidential hopeful's hair in hopes of curing his baldness. Instead of growing some luxurious locks of his own, Homer gets pulled into Trump's big head of hair, and as he floats through the strands and follicles, a Trump campaign sign is visible, with the year changing in increments of 4 from 2012 to 2028. Not long after Trump announced in November 2022 that he would be running for president in the 2024 election, former Simpsons showrunner and longtime producer Al Jean took to X and shared a screenshot of the exact moment where the campaign sign reads Trump 2024. Gene shouted out the show's apparent clairvoyance. Though at the time of this video, it's still too early to determine whether or not Trump will be successful in a second presidential bid. Bart to the Future also includes a brief moment where an adult version of Springfield Elementary bully Nelson Muntz appears in hologram form as he invites Bart and Ralph Wiggum to play at his club. Bart and Ralph get heckled off stage and only escape serious injury thanks to a force field blocking the beer bottles hurled by angry patrons. Fast forward to 2024, and a company known as HoloConnects is offering something not far removed from Nelson's holographic invite. The company, which presented its HoloBox device at CES 2024, promises to go beyond the novelty and gimmickry associated with the technology. The company stated in a press release that it's, quote, reshaping advertising, transforming healthcare with detailed patient assessments, and enhancing hospitality experiences. Now that's certainly more practical than a bar owner asking a pair of talent-deprived losers to play at their venue. Season 28's Friends and Family has Mr. Burns trying to set up virtual reality glasses designed by Springfield's resident mad scientist Professor John Frink.
Not bad. Next.
The episode ends with a flash forward to a few years into the future, where several characters envision their ideal situations while wearing the glasses. That episode aired in 2016, a good 8 years before Apple released a near lookalike gadget called the Vision Pro. Not long after its February 2024 launch, people were pointing out how The Simpsons apparently predicted the real-life device. Users can control the Vision Pro with their voice, eye movements, and hand commands, similar to how the Oculus Frink worked. And yes, while the name seems to be referencing the Oculus Rift, which debuted that year, the way the Frink is used better resembles the Vision Pro. Just don't call the Vision Pro a VR, or even an augmented reality device in the presence of an Apple employee. The company insistently refers to it as a, quote, spatial computer, despite its obvious use of both forms of technology.